What's going on, everybody? It's Alex again from Copacetic Customs, Feelgood Guitars, here to tell you about a very special build. In fact, probably, and I don't say this lightly, probably my favorite build that I have put together since I started building guitars. This is a Feelgood Stinger, inspired obviously by the Fender Swinger, a often forgotten model that was cobbled together from spare parts during the CBS era. I've always been a fan of the oddball, forgotten Fenders of the 60s and 70s, you know, several prototypes, you know, including the Marauders. Things like that have always just, you know, the rarity, the unobtainium has always kind of made me want to make them and own them for myself and delve into all the little intricate details of them. So this is actually the second Stinger that we have built. This is by far, though, the most customized and most unique. So the customer, Raul, he came to me with this idea. I have to give most of the credit to him, because I was kind of skeptical when he originally told me the colors he wanted. He was like, yeah, I want the Stinger body with he wanted a paisley finish with blue metallic. I sent him the paisley paper is made by Rothko and Frost, and I sent him their website and all their offerings. And they have several colors. I mean, a super wide variety. So I had no idea what he would pick. You know, he wanted to do something really unique, and he picked the blue metallic backing with red and green and kind of pinkish paisley on it. Very, very cool color combo. Kind of has a similar vibe to like the blue flower pattern, but it's paisley, obviously. So yeah, and my natural instinct when I saw the paper, if you've ever seen like a blue flower Telecaster, obviously they just kind of match the blue color with the burst, so it kind of keeps this monochromatic sort of look, you know. And that's kind of naturally where my brain went, because I just think of like a vintage Fender. And he sent me. I had sprayed a guitar in this. It's like a Mystic Teal color. It's like a premium paint that I had gotten mixed because it was I was matching a headstock to a 90s MIJ Mustang bass. But anyways, and I think they called that Ocean Turquoise. But you know, Ocean Turquoise, there's a million different versions of it throughout the years. So anyways, this color is technically called like Mystic Teal, I think. And he said he wanted a Mystic Teal burst around it, and I was like, huh. But I am so glad that he was in charge and not me, because oh my gosh, just look at this. I mean, I don't know how well the camera is really doing it justice, but my goodness. This is one of the coolest color combinations I think I've ever seen on a guitar. Delving into the further details, custom made Musicraft neck, thin D-shaped neck, thin, shreddy, you know, small frets. It's everything that I kind of like in a neck. You know, I'm a vintage Fender nerd. But we went with 24-inch scale on this one, as you may be able to tell. Didn't go for the super tiny 22.5 short scale neck. Shaped the headstock myself. Vintage amber nitro neck finish. White button aged vintage style tuners. This was just super fun. You may notice that it's missing the middle pickup here. Raul is going to install a special middle pickup that you know, he kind of wanted to do that one little last thing himself, which I can totally respect. You know, you want to kind of make it your own and do some of the work, get your hands dirty a little bit. So yeah, there is no middle pickup right now, but I think even with that, I mean, and that brings me to kind of an interesting detail of this one. This finish was really interesting, and had a lot of extra steps to get it looking right. So Boris, my business partner, who cuts the bodies for us and does all the CNC work and everything, I kind of explained to him, hey, we're doing a clear acrylic pick guard, which apparently was really a pain in the ass for him to cut, so sorry, Boris. But I was like, yeah, we're gonna do a clear acrylic pick guard, so I want to show as much of the burst underneath the guard and keep the body, you know, I don't want to have a bunch of wires and everything showing. So he did a very special, he did a really cool routing job where he routed a big wide channel through here, connecting the three-way switch to this, and then he inlaid a piece of wood over that to seal it, so that instead of, you know, normally that would probably, you know, you might think you would drill a hole, but you know it's very hard to drill a hole through there, and any hole you drill is going to be kind of small and tight, and a lot of things for the wires to get kinked on when you're trying to feed them through. It would have just been a nightmare. So this, with the wide channel underneath, is going to be hopefully really easy for Raul when he's working on this and installing the pickup, and there won't be any headaches from wires getting caught and having to feed things through in a weird way, or whatever he ends up doing, you know, in the future. It should be fairly easy to work on, given the extra kind of complexity of the clear pick guard and everything. So I thought that was, you know, a cool way to approach it on Boris's part. So, but yeah, pickups are Alnico classic humbuckers from GFS. Nice, kind of just no nonsense humbucker pickups. They sound great in my opinion. Toronado bridge plate that I modded. I drilled 3 new holes for Telly style compensated stainless steel saddles. Let's see, we did 500K pots, aged witch hat knobs. I thought those looked real nice. String through hardtail versus the originals, which were top loading, but this one, because I took out the original 6 saddles, he could still string it up as a top loader if he wanted to down the line. It's got the holes already drilled, so that's a cool little bonus detail. But yeah, very needless to say, this is one of those builds that when you're speccing it out and when you're talking the details over, you can get an idea of it in your head and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be pretty sick. But it kind of snuck up on me, this one. I didn't, until I sprayed the finish and saw it, I wasn't all that, I was like, oh well, it'll be cool, you know. But Paisley, I've never really been a huge Paisley fan, to be honest with you. I always preferred the blue flower Tellys over the Paisley, but man, as soon as the burst was sprayed, I was like, okay, I get the vision. You're right. You're so right. So yeah, I basically just wanted to kind of make a quick video and show this guy off, and just kind of, you know, honestly just immortalize this one in a video in a way, because if there's any that I wish that I could, hang on to that I've worked on, I have to confess this would be at the top of the list, because this thing is just, it's everything I love about guitars, kind of all in one. You know, the unique finish, I mean, it's super lightweight, the neck is super fast and thin. He even let me string it up with my favorite set of strings, Diodario Chromes, flat wound 10s, 10 to 48s, strings I run on all of my favorite guitars. And this one is, to me, definitely marks a milestone in my building career pretty much my favorite build that I've done so far, I think, or definitely one of. And I think it's a perfect example of what's so cool about what I do. You know, the ideas that you guys cook up in your brains, it never ceases to amaze me, some of the things that I get to work on, because I have such cool customers who are weirdos like me and like all the rare, obscure, funky things that I like, and it's just really cool that there's kind of all these kindred spirits out there that I get to come across through this. So thank you to Raul, thank you to you guys for watching, and enjoy the tone demo.
Mm-hmm.